Yes. Hello, hi, people. Welcome back to my channel. Now we're gonna hear. Yes, it's a little bit late at night. Roughly 1 hour after the stream, I was doing this arrangement here and there. But anyway, big up to all of you that is tuned into this channel. By the way, and then who have been so supportive to this channel for a very long time. Right? Yeah. Shout out to all of you, man. Very fantastic game. I think from the get go, I think I feel like Leeds didn't threaten us a lot. Maybe a couple of times they tried to come around, and that was it. And then we dealt it well. I mean, our fullback dealt it very well. Our center backs were very much comfortable. All of the take was they were trying to become a little bit more aggressive to win the ball on the transition and all the stuff that was going around. And overall, the perspective of the game was very good, very composed. The midfield were controlling. Just that we were slowing off the the tempo of the game very lot, and the attackers were quite fine until there was a kind of moments that when Victor Gyokeres had a chance to score and slide in, and then was passing the ball. It was like Gyokeres was playing as a defender for the Leeds. It was their 12 men, a couple of times, but overall was quite okay. Overall was quite okay, right? The overall prospect of the game was quite okay, and yeah, we try to progress, and we won the game at the end of the day, and winning matters a lot, all right? No matter whatever it is, winning matters a lot. Some people will say it's only Leeds United and the Victory Warriors for the praise, but I don't care. Players does miss their chances against these lower teams, and then exactly we have to do that. Leeds United, sorry to them, but you're not good enough. That's the thing, right? Welcome to the Premier League, and then yeah, I think Victor Gyokeres finally with the celebration that's coming around. Victor Gyokeres scored 2 goals. I'm happy for them, and at the end of the day, remember what's gonna happen is this is it's gonna just you know, uh, build up his confidence more, all right? I think the question in the matter of Victor Gyokeres will be what is he gonna do when he face those bigger teams? When he face the likes of Liverpool, already Manchester United will play, and then City is coming. We've got Chelsea to play, we've got Spurs to play. In this kind of a scenario and situation, how Victor Gyokeres will deal with the situation. That's what matters a lot. That's what matters a lot at the end of the day, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's my thought on it. That's my thought on it. And the overall game was quite okay. We controlled the game, like I said it before. Victor Chris needs to get in a situation where he gets more, tries to get more involved to it. Yeah, playing as an actual line, but again, an actual line can also drop deep and hold up the ball, and then create space for the wingers or the midfielders that is overloading the other side, and then make the pass, and then get in a situation where you receive the ball, transit, and then pass it to the wing, and then stay focused on that area. If you're within the 20 meters and you're passing the ball, and then the wingers are running inside, make sure you're making that run. Wingers will pass it the ball, and then you're there to boom, score the goals. So that's what we need from this team. We have to do that, man. So yeah, we took a set piece to open the account, a good cross, and yeah, it was a direct cross, and then Timber had a no look, a back header, and then it was a bullet header, and then went in. Kudos to it, and there was a good transition between the player, and then 1, 2, 3 touch, boom, Saka scored a goal. Victor Gyokeres finally scored a goal. It is what it is, man. Uh, okay.
Yes, brother.
Yes, bro. How are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm happy. Arsenal win. Yeah, you know how it is. Uh,
Come on, man. Yeah, I'm happy for it, man. Yeah. What's your thought on the game, man?
do you know what? I think first half we played okay, but didn't to me we weren't turned on. I felt that there was like I said to myself, okay, I know we're starting the game, but I think we didn't start the game the way that I would want us to start the game usually. I would have thought I thought we would have gone into the game really aggressive, really kind of yeah, we were pressing them, but they managed us well until that goal. But look, it was fundamentally the first half was a half where we we were obviously 1-0 up, and you thought, should we be really winning? To me, I thought Leeds did all right for the first bit, and then when that second goal went in before half time, that's when you knew it was a case of the game. The game is ours to score as many goals as we want, and I said to myself, like, this is going to be a great opportunity for Gyokeres to score, because obviously everybody wants to win a game. But when I was talking to my son, I was telling him, look, we just want Gyokeres to score. Let's get Gyokeres to score. And to me, that was the main thing, because as people talk about his price tag, but his price tag's not that much anyway. If you really think about it, as price tags come, he's not at 80. He's not. We didn't pay 80 million or 70 million for him. We paid 60 million for him. So it's a case of, for me,
It's 55 million actually. Initial, we paid 55 million. Initial.
initial. So to me it was all about kind of getting him to score, and we just go from there, really.
Yeah, man. Obviously, man. I mean, like you've said it before. The first half was kind of a, like iffy. Like what are we not doing? There were some chances where we're not up on the game. Because remember, they were during that spell of that first half.
Yeah.
Leeds United were playing out from the back, and Odegaard tried to press, and then they lose the ball. Gyokeres was
Yeah.
inside, and I was like, "How the hell are you not scoring from there? It was an easy chance.
Yeah,
The
but do you
pressure
know
was
what?
on. Yeah,
Sorry. What I think with that was, I think Gyokeres, like you said, he turned and swiveled. Yeah, I think he slipped a little bit. I think he slipped a little bit. But yeah, to me, I was like, when he did that, I said to myself, "Oh my god!" I could, what it is? I said to myself, I can imagine online right now, people are giving him stick for missing this opportunity to score. But guess what? He scored after that. He's no, was that the first half or second? That was the first half, wasn't it? So that was the first half he did that. That was the first half, right? When
yes,
he
the first,
turned the
the
swivel.
first,
Yeah, that was the first half. And but you know what? When he did that, obviously I thought online straight away. But to be honest, I said to myself, the way he was playing today, especially in the first half, that pressing, the aggression, it was all from him, and that's what I love about him. He keeps on going, keeps on going, keeps on going. Even though he missed that opportunity, he just keeps on going. And it's down to the team to feed those balls through to him. And then obviously it come to the second half, and then he scored a fantastic goal. He scored a goal that if you watch obviously any of the Portuguese league and some of the goals he scored, naturally balls over the top, that was him. And he cuts it in, and guess what he does?
exactly, yes.
He's a bulldozer. He went through two players. I'm stronger than you, and I'm going to score. And that's exactly what he done. Exactly what. And I was, to be honest with you, I was over the moon. I was like, finally, Gyokeres has come. He scored a goal that we expect him to score. With these kind of goals, making those runs, cutting in, driving through two players, and taking it on his right foot and scoring that goal. And yeah, and that was a fantastic goal by Gyokeres. Really, really was a good goal by him. And of course, the celebrations. Um, the Bane mask came out. Exactly, it all came out. And to be honest, and I was doing it when I was at home. My son was doing it. Everyone in the crowd was doing it, and I was just like, finally, he's got that. He's got that goal. What he needed. And as you know, we got Liverpool next week, and that's the kind of goal we want him to score. We don't really want him to score. Obviously, he scored a penalty, but we don't really want to score a penalty or a headed goal. We want to see a goal where he's creating the goal himself and then scoring. So which I felt that was really, really key. And of course, then Timber. I don't know how this guy get two goals in one game. and he got an assist as well. And I honestly, I think that was probably first time he's ever scored 2 goals in one game ever. So yeah, so he done really. Was
And
that?
then yeah, there's a judge here. There's a judge here, by the way. Okay, you can see me, all right. The whole team should stop trying to play the ball around and with open goals for Eucharist. They should give the ball to Eucharist, and he'll make it happen. Exactly. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
Play the ball to him. Play the
yeah.
ball to him. Feed him
And
the
the thing,
ball. Feed him the ball.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's a good comment in regards to that. The reason why you got to remember, right, how the team have been playing for the last 2-3 years, right, and they've been playing a particular way. So it's them, and everything that Arsenal have been doing has been engineered in a particular way. Now it's about unengineering that way and creating a new way of playing, and they will eventually trust Gyokeres. Obviously, they trust him. They've seen what he does in the past, but it's a case of getting used to him, realizing he is there. He is going to be that player for you to create those chances. Like I think there was an opportunity where like when Neri was running and he held on to the ball. Like I said to myself,
That was
why is
criminal. That was criminal. Yeah, that was
yeah,
criminal.
it was
I mean,
totally coming.
I think it was like he picked up the ball on the 35 yards area. I think it was a backup play, and then Trossard did a back heel beautiful pass. I
Yeah,
was like, okay, 1 year, go, pass the ball. He had two options: either pass the ball, or when you're running, instead of going to the left, have a shot. That's the only
yeah,
option. If you
yeah,
don't want to pass, have a shot. But he tried to go to the left, and then Wanderer decides to use his
yeah,
dribbling here and lose the ball.
yeah,
There
exactly.
were, there were so many moments on that second half. We should have feed the ball. The Eucharist was ready to run. Actually, he
Oh
should have
yeah,
had it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But let me get to the final goal. Let me get to the final goal. And obviously the final goal was obviously Gyokeres again, and fantastic work by Dauman, who came on, and to be fair, he played okay. He played okay. You could tell, you could tell. I think a bit more added weight. Grow. Obviously, he's 15 years old, so a 15-year-old won't have the strength of someone who's 18 or 20 years old. But you can see what he has is a lot. And guess what? And he got a penalty. He got a penalty. And him coming on and on your debut, 15 years old, was he the second youngest player behind or in front of Wineri? Getting
Yes.
that penalty was fantastic. And to be honest, I only knew only one person would take it, and that's Viktor Gyokeres. Viktor Gyokeres stood up. I said to myself, "That's my man." And the way he hit the ball into that goal, mate. Do you know what? I was so delighted. I was like, I just literally clapped, and I said to myself, "Welcome, Viktor." This was a big win for us from the aspect of scoring 5 goals. Scoring 5 goals in a game is fantastic. And the first game of the season, scoring 1 goal, conceding no goal. That's 2 clean sheets already. 2 clean sheets already.
Exactly, man. And the way that we played the game, yes, the first half must be kind of boring, but we were dominating the ball after we have scored a goal from Timber. It was a
Yeah,
powerful hit, by the way, from Timber. It was like a no look pass, no look heading, good cross from Declan Rice, and
yeah,
the second goal was interesting. The second goal was interesting. The moment Odegaard, I think we'll come to injury later on. We'll talk about the injury later on. But the moment Odegaard after 1 year after Odegaard was subbed off, when Neri
yeah.
was trying to dribble, he lost the ball, but Rice ran back. He sprinted around about like 6 yards behind the ball, won the ball. He literally tackles the ball. Zubi was right there. He took the ball. He passed it to Timber. And what a pass from Timber, by the way. It was a good
Oh,
pass.
fantastic
And then
pass.
Saka, by the way, it was not his left foot, by the weak foot, right foot.
Yeah, but the thing is, Saka has scored quite a few goals with his right foot as well. Those kind of those kind of rocket shots he does, he's done that quite a few times. I think he did it even a couple of times last year, if I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
rightly.
Yes, and then the goals that we have scored again, and then the Gyokeres goal was interesting, by the way. Like you said it before, winning the goal by himself.
Oh
It was
yeah,
typical style of the way he was doing on Sporting, by the way. Driving to the left and beating 1-2
yeah,
men, and then the
perfect.
finish was good. The finish was good. That's
Yeah,
why clinical nine gets you. Clinical nine gets you. And then the fourth goal, it was very interesting. A good crossing was there. There was a hustling here and there. Like it was like a ping pong. Bounce,
yeah.
bounce, 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 and then it bounced off Calafiori, and then Timber scored. And then funny enough, bro, I was looking at the stats. Timber and Calafiori are the highest goal contributor in the league in 2 matches, 3 GS each.
Really?
Calafiori got 1 goal in match. He had 2 assists tonight.
Yeah,
Timber
yeah.
got Timber got a goal, 2 goal and 1 assist. So yeah, fair play to put the fullback, man.
And fair play. And this, like with Calafiori, and this is where a fit Calafiori does you a job. And you can see, I think there was a time in the game where I think Calafiori came off and Skelly was on, and you could tell that there was no more overlaps. Skelly was just in midfield. So this is where, like, I know people criticize Calafiori sometimes and say, he's injured, but when he's fit and he's on the left hand side, he's galloping, he's up and down. This is why I like Calafiori so much. I know it's like, Calafiori or Lewis Skelly. Both of them are fantastic players. Both of them, you will play both. You got to remember, right? Certain games for certain players, and I think this kind of game for him expressing himself, he done really well because you got to remember he's played 2 in 2 games, been fantastic. Do you get what I mean? He scored as the winner last week, and now he created an assist this week. So he's been fantastic. So yeah, obviously we could talk about next week's game next week before the game starts. But you really got to look at like who would you start and stuff like that. So have a really really good conversation about that. But yeah, Timber's Timber. He's a beast, absolute beast. Those stats that you just said, it just like it's really good to see and good to hear. And this is what you want from these fullbacks performing week in, week out. And guess what? When Ben White is fit, Ben White will come in and Ben White will also do a job. Do you get what I mean? When it's that time for Lewis Skelly to come in, he will come and do a job. And again, I know people will say, "Oh yeah, play this person." Look, we're gonna have at least 60 games this season. If we're in a Champions League into the end and to the Carling Cup, well, Worthington, whether it's called Carling Cup, and FA Cup, wherever where how far we go, we're going to play a lot of games, and I feel that the squad is strong. The squad is strong.
Yeah, exactly, man. And then, like you've said it before, that's what we want from a fullback, yes. And then it's deservingly very, very well. Just pray that they don't get injured, stay fit, especially Calapori. And then
Yeah,
we should remember that these guys are not actual fullback by trade. These guys
yeah,
are standard actually. Remember, it's crazy actually.
yeah.
These
You're
guys
right.
are
You're right.
playing fullback. And then especially Calafori, by the way, tonight, the way he was playing, man, he was everywhere on the pitch. He was at time coming to the right. He was coming centrally. He was coming at the center. He was underlapping. He was overlapping. And funny thing, it looked like no Calafori, like he wants to have a goal. He wants to have a shot.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. No, he always wants it. He wants it. He's just like he's got the eye for taking the shot. He's like, I want to score. I want to score. I want to show you that I can score. And that's what I love about him. And I wouldn't change that about him because he makes a lot of a difference when from attacking aspect of things. So where we look at Saka, where we look at Martinelli or Madueke, or look at Havertz or Gyokeres, and there's Calafiori is always trying to take the opportunity by scoring, and he does that, and that's what I love about him.
Absolutely, man, and especially the second half, he was trying to score a goal for himself.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
linking up with Victor Gyokeres. The moment Victor Gyokeres was driving driving inside towards the left, he was following him most
Yeah,
of the time.
yeah,
I mean, it was
yeah,
good to see. And then there was also a couple of moments where Rice should have scored on that 86 minute, but I mean, it's a
uh,
senior player. I think he tried to make the ball to dominate. I think I get that point, but yeah, it
yeah,
is what it is.
yeah.
Good.
See that big run, that run he did, he should have just shot the ball himself, and he would have scored that goal. To me, I was like, why? Look, I know you wanted to pass to Dowman, which was a great idea, but look, you ran so far. You try to cut in and pass it to Dowman, it just doesn't make sense. You should have just took the opportunity and took a shot on. And if it would have rebounded and maybe to Dowman, then great. But you really should have took the opportunity.
Yeah, man, exactly. And the game went overall, especially this Zubimendi. There was a couple of moments he was like in and out, but again, he will have to get used to the league because see, it's very
Yeah.
early to judge Zubimendi. He needs to get used to the Premier League. That's
Yeah,
why
but you know what?
yeah.
I didn't feel Zubimendi. I think he had a decent game. Um, I didn't. I didn't like see anywhere a real weakness in today's game to say, oh well, Zubimendi is not ready. I just felt Zubimendi felt. I felt to me, I was like, okay, cool. I'm happy with Zubimendi to what he's doing. But obviously next week is the big test, really and truly. You know how it is. Playing Leeds. Like there was a couple. There was a few. Obviously, you look at the Man United game. There was a few instances where Zubimendi wasn't as great, but there was today I felt he was okay, but that's the level of opposition, right? And again, Liverpool will be the kind of test. Liverpool, Man City will be the kind of test because guess what? They're coming around the corner really, really quickly. And I think obviously we play Liverpool, then it's international duty, isn't it? And then we go from there. But I felt Zubimendi had a decent game. Um, I think he even took a shot. It took a couple of shots from about 30 yards. So that's what I want to see. I know Partey took a couple. Used to take a few shots from like 30 yards and stuff like that. But that's what I want to see. Zubimendi being able to do that, being an outlet, having that goal scoring, having that kind of excitement, willing to try and score a goal.
Yeah, man, absolutely. You're spot on that. I mean, come on. We all know that there he's a six scoring goals is not his type. But again,
Yeah.
try your luck. Try your luck. At times,
Oh yeah.
consistently, make a shot, and yeah, it doesn't mean that we are expecting 10 goals from him. And like it's a crazy delusional idea for a CDM to score 10.
I think scoring at least 2 goals is enough for a DM, to me.
Four, maybe four maximum for a period of time. If you could hit 4 in 5, that's good enough.
I know, but you know what? I don't think Pai even scored no more than 3 goals this season for us.
Last season he scored five. Yeah, he scored
Pai
five.
scored
Yeah,
5.
yeah. Partey scored five. I
Oh,
mean, that was crazy number
okay.
actually.
Okay, cool. 5. That's his target. 5 is his target then.
I mean, it's crazy. He scored more than Odegaard, by the way. No, that was crazy. That was crazy number actually.
Oh,
Like when your team scores, more than your 10, that
yeah,
there's something wrong going on. Last season was like ups and downs for us. Like
yeah,
anyway, I mean, if Zubimendi could consistently do that, and very good, and then we could see that Zubimendi is like a no controller. He conducts the game, and then even in the United game, I was talking to my friends like, yeah, he had a poor game. It was bound to happen. So first debut in the league, and then he's facing Manchester United. And then the way Manchester United did our homework was legit. They
yeah,
locked down
yeah,
our midfield. They just didn't allow the passes of the pass. But despite the situation, we can see Zubimendi was trying to put on those passes. He literally did like 5 or 6 in between the line passes, despite him
yeah.
him having 4 games. So because even today, even tonight, he was trying to find the player.
Oh yeah.
Whereas our right hand Odegaard was trying to make it safe, play it safe. Like I was a little bit kind of annoyed on Odegaard was like, he's doing well, he's counter pressing, but at times take that risks. At times like instead of crossing and having a pass, like okay, let it be. I'm gonna play it safe. And then he's back passing, at times, no, have a go.
Yeah, but this is the thing with Odegaard, and because I think when the game started, he was really intense. He was going for it. He was really going for it, and I thought, yeah, okay, that's good. But that's what Odegaard does. He doesn't. Sometimes he he's always a bit shy to be adventurous. And it's like, don't be shy. It's okay. Like literally just go for it. But that's Odegaard with you. But Odegaard will learn from that, and obviously we get him to kind of start taking more shots and just be a bit more dangerous in the ball.
I think there's this two differentiation between this Ethan Wanyama and Odegaard. Like if you see Odegaard perspective, we know that he does this sexy play here and there, like making those passing here and there. A little
Yeah,
bit he takes a lot on the offensive side, not as a deep line playmaker. But if you look to Ethan Wanyama, he's different. He likes to take the ball and run. And then I think Ethan Wanyama is the type of like a midfielder that prefers to score goal instead
yeah,
of creating the ball. I mean, it's okay, it's fine.
yeah,
Until you have a shot and you score a goal, no one is gonna complain. No one is gonna complain.
yeah, yeah,
That's it. Score your goal. That's the difference. I
yeah,
think even Wonder it does have a good passing range, but I think I mean we can see him. The moment he touched the ball and spins around on the first time spin, he's having a shot.
yeah. No. And then the thing is, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, but it's a good thing only if there's no one else available to pass the ball to, because he can't have that mentality all the time, spin and shoot. If there's open space, you got to make sure you've checked that space and you're making that pass first, because at the end of the day, like obviously he's young and everything else, and he wants to obviously try and score, etc. Um, so he's got to make the right decisions, but he's still young. We know he's got to learn. I still think there's a lot for him to learn. But what I did like about him was when he came on, he was saying, "Give me the ball, give me the ball." I saw that, and I was like, "Okay, he's not playing shy," because there's a lot of. I think there was times where there was games where he played previously last season where he wasn't calling for the ball; he was just being there. Does that make sense? So, and but yeah, he looked better. I was surprised. I wasn't surprised he come on, but I just forget he's there now to be available when obviously Odegaard coming off injured. When Odegaard came off injured, I wasn't concerned. It's a bit strange. I wasn't concerned.
I mean, like even the fact that Max Talman was there on the bench, Ethan Wanyama was ready. He was
Yeah,
ready to come in. It is like he was like waiting like a predator, like a predator, like a lion that waits and lurks inside, waiting for
yeah,
his chance to attack the prey. He was waiting on the bench. I mean, it's
yeah,
good to have that competition.
yeah. 100%, 100%. Yeah, it was just like I was like he come on off injured, and I thought, to be fair, he didn't really look injured, but I just think I think Odegaard will be okay for next week anyway. He'll be okay
Yeah,
for next week.
yeah. I mean, he was not taken up for a precaution matter, in order not to sustain
Mhm.
him on a very, very long basis. Say, Max Towman will score his goal. Let the kid, give him time and then slowly. I mean,
Oh man, if he had scored,
yeah,
to be fair, if he had scored, the whole place would have erupted. The whole place would have,
yep,
like, literally
exactly.
would have erupted. But do you know what? I'm just happy for the kid. I'm happy that um he he got the opportunity because he came on, I think, in the 65th minute. So
Yes,
it did.
that's a lot of minute, man. That's a lot of minute. He
This is what
played about 30 minutes, man. That's
this
a
is
lot of game time, yeah.
yeah, and this is what I'm trying to say because it's because we've got such a strong team. I think Arteta, because if you realize Arteta is making changes. The last two games, Arteta is making changes way earlier in the game. Like we never used to do this last season. We never used to make loads of changes early in the game. It was always been like, why is he waiting so long to make a change? And he's making changes. Look, I'm happy with it, and I'm not going to complain. Like Max Diamond did really well coming on, but he did well coming on. However, obviously, he Saka came off, and it looks like it's another hamstring injury. But I'm not too sure if it's on the same leg or not.
That's the issue here. I think we're gonna come for it also, but before going to the injury list, we're gonna talk about the injury. Uh, the three subs that Mikel Arteta brought on. I think today, tonight, Mikel Arteta didn't brought Martinelli. It was surprising, but again, he kept time to Max Dorman, and just
For Scott,
the triple subs that he did on the 65 minutes. He brought in Dorman for. Whom did he
Madueke.
for Madueke, isn't it? Yeah, and
Yeah.
then he bought in, and then he bought Skelly and Mosquera. Mosquera had his Premier League
Yes,
debut.
yes.
So
Sorry, Mosquera. Yeah, of course he come on. Yeah,
and he came on and he played right back. By the way, then I was surprised. Like, okay, he's a 6'3" guy, a 6'3" centre back playing right back. It was funny, but he was running up and down. Like it's funny, isn't it? When a big guy plays on the full back role, and then
yeah, it's true.
and this is the type of substitution that Arteta has been playing. But it was the right decision to take off Calafiori and Timber because, like it or not, both tonight, Timber and Calafiori have taken a role. Both have their GA here and there, good contribution offensively.
Yeah,
On the flip side, we should remember that Timber is coming back from injury. We cannot
correct.
afford to play him throughout the match.
Yeah,
Calafiori, he might look fit, but again, the guy is fragile at the moment. So far as his
yeah,
season has been with Arsenal, so it's
yeah,
better to take him off. And then
yeah,
bringing on Skelly was okay. It's fine enough. I mean, like, what does Skelly brings in? Aggression, speed.
yeah,
Despite he's not been that 6 footer guy. I mean, he's strong. And
yeah,
then
yeah,
we bought a running truck on that right hand side. So it was a good sub, man. It was a good sub. I mean, he did that against Manchester United too. When I was there, Calafiori was there, and then Manchester United were putting all those guns, those pace here and there, and then the
yeah,
substitution was okay, bringing on Timber and then Skilly, fresh, power and
yeah,
pace, competing with the fullback. So yeah, it was a good substitution, man. But boy, injuries are dropping like flies, man. At the moment, 1 week, 5 players are injured. Norgard is
yeah,
out after the Manchester United game. Ben White and Havertz got injury. Yes, Eze
yeah.
came on, and Eze, kudos to it. But again, tonight, two players at one time. Odegaard
I know, I
injured.
know, I know.
Wow,
Look,
five
I,
players, man.
I know it's a strange one. It's one of those ones when you're thinking, how can we get injuries so quick, so early in the season? But look, I would rather get them early than the kind of squad that we have now. Um, getting them now than rather getting them later. I'm I'm kind of okay with that. Our squad is big enough to deal with it. And I don't know if did you see when Madueke came on the right, he looked dangerous. He really looked. I thought, oh what?
Exactly. On the
And I was
left hand side, I mean, he was working hard on the left, but it didn't even make any sense. It was same as not playing Martinelli. It was not impacting the game a lot, but the moment, like you said, the moment he came to the right side, his
yeah,
level, he up his level.
yeah. I thought okay, because I think he was proper. He was probably doing proper dribbling, like and going through couple players, and I thought, okay, he looks okay on the right. But what's his natural position? Is it on the right or is it the left?
Actually, he's the right winger, man. Right winger. He's the
Oh,
right
he is.
winger. Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
PSV, he played
he
right.
likes he likes to cut in it. He likes to cut in and smash it on the left. Yeah. So look, he's gonna play. He's gonna play on Sunday. He's gonna play on.
Next week, yeah. I mean, there's a
Sorry.
guy that they have commented here. The only sideways was Saka injury. We won't be missing Odegaard, but Saka will be a big miss against Liverpool with the looks of it. It might take him a month at minimum to recover.
Yeah.
Obviously. Hamstrings are not a joke. Hamstrings are not a joke. It will take months, 2 months.
Yeah.
But like
And
but Richard have said it before, a little bit early on, it's better to have injuries now because the window haven't been has not been shut. You know, there's still roughly 8 days left, so there's
yeah,
still time to assist something else.
like obviously I'm upset for Arsenal that Saka's obviously injured, but for my FPL team, I've got to take him out and sell him. Oh no,
Yeah,
I
man.
know.
Like about Saka, man. But at the moment, the FPL has been screwing us. Like Cole Palmer, you know, didn't make the
Oh yeah,
bench. And,
of course. Carl Palmer came off injured just earlier, didn't he?
yeah, problem, man. And
Um,
that's the thing. So yeah, I mean the injuries, man. I think what's the news right now? Odegaard, I think it doesn't look that serious.
yeah, I don't think Odegaard is that serious to be honest. But Saka is definitely out. But it's kind of Arteta's now got to work out what he's going to do because to me, like for like Saka on the right hand side, if Odegaard does play, he plays and it is fit. If he doesn't play, Eze will make his debut.
Yes, Asia will make his debut. Odegaard on
Yeah,
the bench, and then we've got Ethan Wanyeri, who can play on the right side. He can play on the right wing. So
yeah,
technically,
yeah, but the thing is, I I wouldn't play Ethan. I'll play with Madueke because you want that pace. You want that. You want look. Madueke is all about. He will drill you. Damn, bang, 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 bang. You want that player to do that. You want someone to do that. Um, and yeah, to me, it doesn't make sense playing Waneri. Waneri should sit down on the bench. Um, it'd be Madueke, um, Odegaard, or Eze on the left to be Martinelli, and up top, obviously Gyokeres. So to me, it definitely will be. I'll be looking at that front three. You're looking at what you'll be looking for. You'll be looking for pace, and that's what you need. That's exactly what you need for this
Mhm.
that kind of game. So it is a shame that
Exactly.
Saka's injured, but look, usually we would absolutely panic if Saka was injured. Now it's like, okay, we've got alternatives. We've got good alternatives to come in and do a job.
And obviously, man, I think spot on. I think I feel like we rather play Ethan Wanyeri on that midfield, either play him on that RCM or that left-sided midfield.
Yeah,
Playing behind.
yeah,
That's a thing that is been concerning. I think Trossard and Martinelli will definitely compete on the left side. I think that's the destination at the moment. And what's the news on Kai Havertz? Is he long term? But will he?
yeah.
But I'm
So
sure he'll miss Liverpool game. He will be there for Liverpool game.
no, Havertz. No, the only way he'll be at a Liverpool game is going to watch. He's not. Yeah, he is not going to play. He's not going to play. Kai Havertz is going to be out for at least a couple of months. But which is not a problem because what we want to do is get Gyokeres super fit and healthy and ready to go. If that makes sense, because this is like Gyokeres played 90 minutes today, and last week he played what 60 minutes. So he needed this 90 minutes in his tank. So obviously next week he'll be able to he'll be more fitter, and more raring to go.
And with this Havertz injury, do you think that we will be seeing Martinelli playing centrally
Oh,
at times when he comes from the bench? Is
I think
there a possibility?
no, I think it would make sense to pay him centrally, but it depends on what because I expect Mane to start in the next game. I think what you would see is Trossard come on for Gyokeres, and it will be between the left. They will alternate, so they alternate with Trossard and Martinelli on the left hand side or centrally and change it up.
Yeah, I think it makes sense, man. It makes sense, man. I mean, the depth that we had tonight was crazy, actually. If you look to the bench, like okay, for the first time, the bench looked quite okay, even
You
without
see,
Havertz. we've got Martinelli, Trossard sitting on the bench. Okay, good bench. We've got Ethan Wanyari. Okay, it's clicking now. And then we see Eze sitting on the on the top, watching the game, smiling and watching the game.
Do you
David,
know what? It feels
yeah,
nice, isn't it? It feels nice to be in this situation where we've got a team like this, like, and we've got a bench, and it's like, okay, we look strong now. We look really, really strong. I just, to me, again, it's just getting the right. It's just getting the team to gel better. We want. I know we won 5-0, but there's always we can still pinpoint areas in the game where we could have done better. We could have been playing better. But let's be honest, it's second game of the season. I know we've got a massive game next week, but it takes time for everyone. Look at Man City today, and I know Spurs is there. I know Spurs is their bogey team. However, Spurs were fantastic. Like, I think the first 25 minutes, Man City played really well. They were attacking. Oscar Bob was just going everywhere. But after that, you got to give it to Spurs. They were fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
yeah, exactly, man. I think Spurs were so organized. To be honest, like they didn't even give Man City an inch to move around, and especially they literally nullified that midfield. They nullified that midfield, and yeah, it was a. It's like Spurs owns Man City. It's just like Man City feels a bit Spurs. I don't know what's wrong with the look at the previous seasons. We were getting battered by Man City,
Yeah,
whereas we beat Spurs comfortably. On the flip
yeah,
side, Spurs will beat Man City comfortably.
yeah,
It just
yeah.
goes on and on.
Yeah, it is crazy. One of those things. The head
Yeah, yeah,
fix.
yeah. I think that was personal. That was personal.
No,
He did that.
it was, because you know what? After the game, Gyokeres had an interview, and they said to him, "Oh, we've seen a new celebration for you because of your hair," and he laughed. And they go to him, "Is it anything to do with the Man United game last week?" And he said, "Yeah, well, maybe." And he laughed. So yeah, so that's what. So that was related to that, but it was quite funny. It was quite funny.
Yeah, 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 man. Very funny thing. And what's the news on Norgard, by the way? Is he injured, long term injured, or it's just short term?
No, oh, I believe he'll be back in a. Who we got after Man City? No, we've got. He'll be back at my Man City game. He,
Man
he's
City.
yeah, he'll be back in Man City because obviously because we've got Liverpool next, and then it's international duty. Don't forget we
And
have
then,
a break.
if I'm not mistaken, we're playing Manchester City on game week 5, isn't it? Game week 5.
Again, week 5. Let's bring it up. Let me
Yeah,
have
it's
a look.
game week 5. I think Liverpool, and then next we got Nottingham Forest. We're gonna play Forest at
Oh
home.
shoot, Nottingham Forest. You're right.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
the next is, we're gonna entertain, Man City at home. It's just the reverse of last season. We faced Manchester City at game week 5, but it was at Etihad. This time, same date, but we are at home first. And then I'm pretty
yeah,
sure UCL will be played between that. UCL is UCL coming
yeah, yeah, yeah. UCL will be played. Yeah,
between City after
yes,
Forest
you.
game. I think,
Let me double check. Let me have a double
yeah,
check.
I have a bit of a check once.
Yeah, let me just double check and see what the fixtures are, especially for Arsenal. Anyway, give me one sec. So looking, oh, come on, where's the fixtures? Give me 1 second. I won't be long. All of a sudden, they just want to give me. So yeah, so basically on the 31st on Sunday we've got Liverpool, and then on the 13th we've got Nottingham Forest. So in between that, we would have an international break. I'm pretty confident. Yeah, I think we've got international break between that.
And then we face City, and then we face City.
Yeah, then we face City,
So when
and
is the
then.
when is the UCL starting, man?
But I
They
don't.
think they,
What, Champions League? UCL, you mean? Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think Champions League starts until. Doesn't come up on my thing. I'm not too sure when that starts actually. But I'll double check. But yeah, so
Then, if I'm not mistaken, very soon, by next month, we'll be playing EFL Cup too. EFL Cup is in the corner too.
I don't think we enter it that early because we will probably go into the fourth round. I think the 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 League Cup starts from I think probably next week. I think West Ham are in it because of the position they finished, but it won't come up straight away. Don't forget, even Champions League, you got to remember the groups haven't been put together yet, have they?
Exactly. They haven't put up the group, the new format.
Yeah, they
But
haven't
yeah,
put.
man, I mean, at the moment, at the start of the season, the game looks slower. But by next month, September and October, the games are gonna come in like like boom, 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 boom. UCL in between, the EFL Cup. It's gonna be crazy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, but bro, we've got a big enough squad now.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. Big enough, big
it's,
enough.
the thing is, the games will come thick and fast, but it's not like Rice is going to have to play every single game. Rice is going to get dropped. He's going to get dropped. Zubi Mendy's going to get dropped. Norgard, Marino, Trossard, Martinelli, Madweke, Dowman, freaking who have I missed? I missed someone. Gyokeres, like
Mosquera, Mosquera is there, yes. Mosquera,
yeah,
Calafiori and Skelly.
yeah. This is what I'm trying
And
to say.
oh,
Kivior,
Kivior is there on the bench. He was there on the bench. We talked about the previous day if Kivior will be there or not, but yeah, Kivior is there on the bench.
I want. The thing is, Kivior. Yeah, I think he's gonna go personally, but I think he's gonna go. It's unfortunate, but I think he's gonna go because he wasn't on the bench last week, and this week he's on a bench, and I'm like, and he brought on Mosquera on the right hand side, but you know, Kivior usually tends to come on in the game, like even if the last 15 minutes, he always tends to come on naturally. But it is what it is, it is football. And if Kivio has to go, Kivio has to go. Um, but yeah, again, all these games coming up, we have a strong team. Like there's times when Norgard will come in. I think Norgard's a good player he'll come in, do a job. Rice times where Rice would drop. You got Marino. We've got a lot of players that which would deal with all these kind of competitions. And what Arteta is doing is, I think Arteta is doing his things because he will making these subs early is giving these players minutes, getting them minutes into the game, and that's what he has to do because when there's a time when we got the League Cup or FA Cup, these guys are not coming in cold. You know what I mean? You don't want these guys to come in cold. And I think we've got a big enough squad to kind of manage a lot of these games now.
Yeah, obviously you're true on that, man. I mean, the players need game time to up their fitness. They need to play. They need to play. And training alone doesn't make sense a lot. I mean, it does, brings them some changes with the training, but when they play on the field, that's a different case.
Oh
That's
yeah,
that's where
100%. Yeah,
they
100%.
show their skills here and there. And then on the flip side, especially for the youngsters that are coming around and giving them the game time, the league especially, couple
Yeah.
of minutes, 3 minutes, it grows their potential. It helps
Oh
them
yeah.
get used to the system. Like obviously, like as a youngster coming through the academy and then they're training with the first team. Okay, fine and good. Like the defense, they get to train with Saliba or they're training with Ben White,
Yeah.
Gabriel. They're learning with them. Same as to the midfield here and there. But the moment they play, I'm pretty sure. I mean, like for example, you put Marley Salmon, the youngster, the bench
Yeah. 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 Of
year
course. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
play him with Gabriel or Saliba. He will play with confidence. But oh
Oh yeah,
yeah, I mean,
hundred
I have
percent.
I have Gabriel and Saliba behind my back.
Yeah,
The,
100%. Like, and then don't forget Josh Nichols as well. So there's all these guys there that are kind of ready to go, hungry.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, Josh Nichols too. Yeah. I mean, it's about time he gets some game time too. I think. Yeah, slowly, slowly let him integrate to the team because he's old enough to play. 19 years old. He's mature enough to get that game time. Yeah, man, it matters a lot now. I mean, they can give them is an amount of game time for them to play, and then when the Carbo Cups comes in, they're ready. They're ready to play. And then yeah, I hope and pray that at the start of start of the round we don't face Premier League teams. We face
Uh,
those
I
League
know.
Two, League One. Yeah,
You're right, and that's what we want a. To be honest, people say like I want an easy running. I want like like again, what we want to do is win a trophy, right? We all know this. We want to win a trophy, and I just want um kind of to get a easiest route to the final as possible.
yeah, yeah, obviously. I mean, even last season we faced Bolton and then Preston. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, last year.
Yeah.
And then during this kind of a match, if we are playing against this League One, League Two team, it gives us an opportunity for the youngsters. We can throw in the we can mix. I mean, the first time we can rest. We will throw in the second squad, and then those academy players that are not getting the chances, they will get mixed with it, and they will get their chances.
Oh
Last year
yeah. No.
we put a 16-year-old keeper in the back. Potter, was it Pedro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember. Yeah.
I mean, it's very funny, man. Like, come on, like 16-year-old guy, 15-year-old guy is a keeper.
I know. I know.
He plays on that midweek game, and then next day the kid is going to school. Like, yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
played the whole 90 minutes. Like there's the pleasure in it for a kid.
No, exactly, exactly. And you know what? It is crazy. It is crazy. But I don't think Arteta will like. I think he won't play too much youngsters. I think he will make sure that the plays that he puts in won't be like, for example, I don't think. Okay, you might see Josh Nichols start a game. Um, Obviously Waneri, Skelly, um, and Dalman will play. And I think that is it out of the youthful from the Hale end. Everyone else will be experienced. I don't think you would want to mix up. I know when Arsene Wenger was here, he used to put a, a totally young team, but Arteta won't do that. Arteta would like, let's put in the Norgard, the Merino, the Trossards, and whoever else we decide to put on. But he'll be putting on strong. He'll be putting in a strong squad that could beat a Premier League team.
Yeah, I think the only possibility for that unknown player, like for example, Tallman and all, they will get their game time. That's for sure. I think Ethan Wanyari is going to be starter in those matches, and he'll
Mm.
be crucial on those kind of matches. But and then a little bit kind of a mix of senior players. But I think if, for example, for the first 50 minutes, 45 minutes, or 50 minutes, we
Mm.
killed off the game, like we crushed them 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. Maybe during that time we would see like Kapia coming in or those
Yeah,
17-year-old youngsters to have the game time. If
yeah.
only we are like winning 6-0, 7-0,
Oh, yeah.
maybe take
Obviously,
them, they will think like, hey, okay, yeah, okay, kid, you go and have some fun. That is the
yeah,
only time we could see those kids.
yeah.
That's,
That's it.
that's
That's it.
potential.
You're right. You're right. Those are only times. Those are only times. But yeah, man, we've got a good squad now. We've got a good squad, and obviously this win was really important from our perspective. And Gyokeres kind of getting on a score sheet. And I think you might have said it's 2-2, 2 goals in two. So and that's what you want from your striker. So he's on the same tally as Haaland now. So let him keep on going, and we just go on from there. So, from your perspective, who was man of the match for you?
Oh, that was a tough one, man. That was a tough one. But I think,
So I know
man,
Sky gave it to Timber.
fair enough, man. He played well. I think for me, Timber was. I think Eucharist will be there, but I think Calafiori and Timber. So I think Timber was the right choice for me.
Yeah,
Calafiori is also a shout out. Both of them played
yeah.
very, very well. I
Yeah,
think Timber deserve it.
yeah, I agree. I would have gone for Timber as well. I think Timber did really really well in the game today. But obviously I was hoping for Gyokeres to kind of pip it. But look, he will have plenty of opportunities to get the man in the match awards. But you got to remember Timber also being a defender as well, scoring 2 goals and making an assist as well. It's just like, you know what, you can't go wrong with that. So that's that's yeah, you can't go wrong with that without a doubt.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. Yeah, I think it's pretty insane. I mean, it's 2 games, 2 clean sheets so far. Yeah, let's jump to the player rating before
Yeah,
we wrap this up.
yeah.
Yeah, we let's start on Raya. Uh,
I look. Raya is my Raya. I give him Raya. Anytime he gives a clean sheet, I give him 9 out of 10 because I know he's got defenders in front of him. But if you see that corner and that header from that Leeds player and that excellent save, Raya gets a 9 out of 10 as a standard.
for me, if not for that save was crucial, man. That bullet header. I thought that shot was going in, but he had a fingertip and had it saved. I
Fantastic
think
reaction.
for that I'm gonna give Raya an 8. Or else I
Okay,
should have given him 6 because like it's not like 6 like he was bad. He didn't have nothing to do. Aside from the save, like he was comfortable with the ball, he was just playing around, He had a very, very comfortable night.
yeah. Actually, I go with 8. I'll go with 8. Yeah, I'll go with 8 as well.
So that's my rating. And let's go start with the left, Calafiori,
I give him 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
I agree with you. I mean, yeah, it was deserving. Had he scored some goals, maybe we could have given it 8. He was trying
yeah.
his best to score goals, but unlucky next time.
Yeah, look,
Uh,
Calafiori got an assist. He got an assist. So to me, 2. So there you
technically
go.
too.
Yeah. So then, really and truly, he should be getting an 8 out of 10 then.
Yeah, fair enough. But the Timber singing goal was like a flick. Bounce, bounce,
Yeah,
bounce,
yeah,
bounce.
yeah. Of course. Yeah, 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 yeah. Agree, agree.
Technically, it is assist, but those who have Timber and Calafiori on their FPL, kudos to them. Especially Timber, so many points. The
I
points
know,
was
I know.
insane, yeah, for the FPL team.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially for a defender as well.
yeah, and then Timber.
Timber, you got to give him. He's got to get the 9.
Exactly, exactly. I totally agree with you. Man of the match deserving 9. Let's start with Gabriel.
Yeah. S- Look, 7, 7. Personally, I'll go for both guys at the back. I'll go give them both of them a 7. They did nothing wrong. They were tidy as usual. No mistake. I think Gabriel had a misplaced pass once, but apart from that, those guys, I give them 7. It's a clean sheet. To me, if you're getting a clean sheet and we're winning the game, you should be getting a standard minimum 7 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. I think I totally agree with you. I think hardly any mistake, cool, composed, and literally control at the back. And then like it was a comfortable game at the back. To be honest, like it was literally like they were going forward.
Yeah,
So yeah, man.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
I agree with the points. Yeah, both of them will get 7. I mean that's a fair point. Let's
yeah.
start with the stick. Our conductor, our controller, our Regista, Zubi.
Zubi, do you know what? I'll give Zubimendi. Hmm, I give him probably about a 6, 7 out of 10. I can't. Are we not doing 0.5s? Are we? Can we do 6.5?
No, it's your wish. It's your wish. It's your wish. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's your
yeah,
wish.
yeah. Since I give him a 6.5.
6.5. Yeah, fair enough, man. 6.5 is fair enough. I mean, it was not spectacular, but again, he was comfortable. Like he
Yeah,
didn't got stuck in a situation where he was struggling. But yeah, I
yeah,
think it was more or less like Leeds were a little bit like clueless.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
would have
yeah.
come over again. Yeah, that's 6.5. I mean, yeah, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough point. Let's go with Declan Rice.
I'll probably give Declan Rice. Declan Rice, he played well. Obviously, the crosses you got to give him. Declan Rice, you got to give him an 8 because it's his crosses, right? His crosses are causing chaos and which allowed the goals to go in. So I'll give Declan an 8. The thing, Declan played it right in midfield. He broke up play, did a couple of drives, but the driving forward didn't always end where we want it to end, but he still did it right.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. I think he contributed on the deadlock on the first goal. It was his corner, it was his cross, and the second goal, it was his run.
Yeah,
He
you're
ran
right.
for the one goal. That was the key moment that we scored that same goal, and it was crucial to it. Yeah, it sounds fair because I was very harsh on Declan Rice on that Manchester game. He was piss poor. I
No, but
even
yeah, you have
yeah,
every
yeah,
right to be harsh because Declan didn't play well. He just didn't.
yeah.
He didn't play well. But sometimes what's what happens. You're not always going to play top level. So yeah, and that's football for you, isn't it?
Yeah, 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 absolutely true, man. I think like credit where it's due. When they misperform, we can criticize them. When they perform well, yes, flowers are there.
Oh,
The last time I gave him a two because I was piss poor. But today, very good game, very good game. I hope
yeah.
that he continues to do that consistently, and I hope he will do it. He will do it. The player is there. He's a very good player. Yeah, it sounds fair. Odegaard, by the way, roughly played 30 minutes.
I give him 5 out of 10. He came off injured, so like, what am I meant to do? Hit 5 out of 10.
Exactly, 5 out of 10. Same for me. Yeah, he didn't have to play. He didn't play that much. Yeah, Saka, another one scored a goal.
So you kind of got to give to me Saka. You got to give him 7 out of 10. He played well. He played okay. He scored the goal, but he didn't finish the game. So you kind of got to give him 7 out of 10.
Totally agree with that. That was a free rating. I'll go with 7 out of 10. On the right side, by the way, Madueke, our new signing.
Well, Madueke on the left hand side wasn't effective that as I thought he would be. I'll give Madueke 6 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah, fair play. Like that left was very disgusting, But again, like I said it before, his natural position is right wing, and he showed his
Yeah,
caliber. To be honest, he was
yeah.
running down
And,
running down the channel.
and the thing is, with Madueke, like he didn't do all that on the left, but when he came on the right, he looked explosive, and I thought, oh wow, okay, he looked good on the right. So to me, from my perspective, I'm like, let's just give him a bit more time. But he's left on the left hand side, it was 6 out of 10. Right hand side, he looked dangerous, but I want to see more on the right. But we're going to see that now. That fact that Saka is now injured.
Yeah, fair point, fair point. Yeah, I think I totally agree with you. I will go with that rating. Let's go to the main topic, the Viking up front, the Viking from Sweden.
Look, he gets 9 out of 10 because he scored 2 goals. Like I can't give it. You can't give him an 8. He scored 2 goals. But he wasn't man in the match, but he scored 2 goals. Um, and I think he done really well. Again, what I've seen from him, the pressing, the running up and down, being aggressive. There's a few times that he lost the battles with the couple of defenders, but it was nothing. It's okay. That's what sometimes is going to happen. You're not always going to win every single battle with a defender, but at the end of the day, he scored the 2 goals. He broke his duck, and that's all I want. That's all I wanted from Gyokeres.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough, man. I think him and Timber was brilliant, and Calafiori. I think them three was very brilliant, very, very, very brilliant tonight. I totally
Yeah.
agree with him, man. Created goal for himself. That's what he have done. Very
Yep.
much involved. Yeah. Good to see him getting engaged, and yeah, long it may continue, man. Long it may continue.
Oh,
Make the
100%.
make those salty touters. make them kneel on the, make them kneel down and say I
Yeah,
was wrong. You know, even within our fan base that don't like him, let those fans says that I was wrong. No, prove them wrong. Score a goal and prove them wrong.
yeah,
Nah,
and
yeah,
look, and he will score. He will score. That will happen. That will happen. I've got no doubt, and I've got no doubt about that.
yeah, it's good that he has scored, man. Those social media memes will be, quite at the moment.
Yeah,
And
he just got to keep. He's just got to keep on going and continue to do what he's do, and just and focus on the main objective is scoring goals.
mhm.
Again, we've got Eze again, so he's going to get more opportunities to score many more goals.
Very, very true. Let's go to the sub. The first one that came on, Ethan Waneri. How's your perspective on him? The point, the ratings that you're gonna give him.
Yeah, I give him 5 out of 10. He was nothing spectacular. Um, he was average. I give him 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, totally agree with you. I mean, don't be too selfish. At times, pass the ball. There were so many moments that you should have passed the ball to Viktor Gyokeres.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, I hope you'll learn from that. 18 years old, still young. Yeah, man, I totally agree on your ratings. Five. Yeah, fair enough for him. Fair enough for him. And let's go to the subs that came on. Trossard.
Trossard, I give him 5 out of 10. Um, yeah, didn't see much from him, to be honest. Um, he did a couple of nutmegs, um, but look, I again 5 out of 10. I didn't really see, it wasn't. It didn't get me excited. I was just like, okay, he come on. He's a sub. We wasn't chasing the game. He just came. He just came on to build up his fitness and to continue to do what he's doing.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. 5 points. And yeah, how about Max Tauman, by the way? What will be the rating? First time,
I,
15-year-old playing
yeah,
stadium.
I think let's bypass him being 15-year-old and on his performance. I think the fact that he won a penalty, I think for me, you kind of got to give him 6 out of 10. I think there's weaknesses in his game, and I think that's just down to his age and because he's not as big as the other guys. Um, there's a few times where he got past the defender, and there's a few times where he didn't get past to the defender. But he got the penalty, and that was the main thing. Without that penalty, we wouldn't have got Gyokeres wouldn't have got his second goal.
Very true, man. Very true, man. I think the potential is there. I mean, the talent is there. I mean, he showed that his talent on the preseason, and
Yeah,
like long it may continue. No, we don't give too much pressure. Don't hype too much. Let the kid grow on his own. Let the kid grow on his own
yeah,
slowly. With the system, he will come great. Like we don't need to put too much pressure on the 15-year-old. He's just 15. He's not
yeah. I
even
know.
minor. I mean, some
Let's
people
not.
are like, oh, here and there, but like, come on, bro. Hey, he's just 15. You've got
I
a
know.
long, you've got a long career to go.
Oh yeah, he's got a long way to go. He has got a long way to go. And the thing is, but he's 15 years old. And I only expect 15-year-old people to, if he's gonna play, he's got to play because he's that good. And I think he will, um, and I think he will play more games because he is that good. And I don't think Arsenal, like, because you got to remember, right? Lamar, right? We see how good he is. How old is he now? 17? Or
18, he'll be 18 soon. They're
he's
same age
18
as
now?
him. Yeah. They're same
Okay,
age, yeah.
so he came in when he was 16, and he was an absolute beast. He was a beast, and so also shouldn't be scared of playing a Max Dowman if his quality is outstanding and his ability is there, and he could literally walk into the team and take, for example, Saka's place or Odegaard's place, or anyone's place, then I'm gonna welcome him to the team. But you got like I said, you got to be realistic. He is of that age, um, and he's gonna have weaknesses, and then as fan base, we'll probably put pressure on him. But I'm pretty confident if he was ready to start games, he would be starting games despite his age. And I don't think that will be the case. I think it will take time, but he is a player that obviously excites all of us. Um, but again, if the club feel he's ready to take that leap into the first team and playing more games, then go ahead and play him because what Liverpool have with the player called Rio, he's also 15. Um, he's quality, and he's going to be ready to go. He come on. He scored in one of the preseason games. He's come on. He's been fantastic. I can't remember his surname, but his first name is Rio, and he's awesome player.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fair play to it. Fair play to it, and yeah, man. Slowly allow the kid to grow. I think the only thing makes Downman needs to develop. I mean, from my perspective, is I think technically, I think he's far more mature for a 15-year-old. It's like he's on his
Oh yeah,
prime. I think the
yeah,
problem he needs to get used to it must be the physicality. I
mm.
mean, we will not expect too much from a 15-year-old. He's a kid. I think he needs to build up that physicality,
Oh yeah,
get used to the stamina, the strength. The moment he builds up that strength and stamina and fitness, boy, he's gonna be a monster.
Done before. He's got the stamina because he's 15 years old, but it's just the strength that he'll need to grow. The strength will come in. The strength will come with training more with the first team and going to the gym. He'll be working on his legs, his upper body. Look, whatever Havertz done on his injury, he should give the same. He should give the same documentation to Max Dowman because Max Dowman will just have to follow what he did because Max Dowman when he's 15, he's still I think he stopped scoring at 18, 19. For his age, he's pretty tall already. So he's gonna bulk out, get stronger, um, and learn the tricks of the trade. Yeah, he's all good to go.
Yeah, as you told about that height, I think it makes sense. I think for a 15-year-old, he looked. I mean, I've seen 15-year-old kids play from our academy that are not that tall. Like 15 years, like even
Yeah,
18 year like a very tiny guy. I think he have grown a little bit. He's not that big of a guy. But
yeah,
also given last year, I think we could see the difference. Ethan was a little bit slim.
yeah. He was. Yeah,
After
in
another
that. Yeah,
season, we could see Ethan have bulked up. He had bulked
yeah,
up. We can see his leg, his muscle is there, his chest is up. I mean, the kid have literally hit the gym.
yeah.
That's the you know.
Exactly. It all takes time. It all takes time. But like you said, we know how old he is and everything else. So we expect to see more of um him come in the future, and we will see him grow into a young man.
And then yeah, let's go to the final two player. Lewis Kelly, by the way, youngster, but already his physicality is already up the next level since he
Yeah,
he
yeah.
played first team. What's the total on Kelly's performance tonight?
I'll give him 5 out of 10. Um, he came on, did a few good things, using his body strength and everything else. I think there was one time I think he lost the ball. But I can't give him no more than 5 out of 10 to be honest.
And then the same goes to Mosquera, who came on at the same time.
Mascara, um, to be honest, even though I know he came on, I couldn't tell he was on, because he slotted in really well because obviously he was on the right hand side, so it was a case of he just felt that because nothing was coming down on the right hand side enough, didn't spot him. So I just give him 5 out of 10 as well.
I think he looks quite fast, to be honest. I mean, for that
Yeah,
size,
he's
I
quick.
think he's quick. Yeah, if you look into it, he's quick. Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
think that's it. That's it for that's it for the tonight's stream. Yeah, a good win, 5-0. I think we are top of the table. Yes, we are
yeah,
top
top
of
of
the
the
table.
table. Yeah, top of the table.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, top of the table, huh?
Look,
Yeah.
it's 2 games in. Let's talk again in after 10 games. If we're 10 games, we're still top of the table. Fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the next game from Liverpool onward, it's tough. We've got Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Man City. Hey, the running is tough. And next, it's Newcastle. By the way, wow,
Yeah, they got Newcastle next, which
wow,
is
wow,
the
wow.
Isaac War. That's what it is. It's called the Isaac War.
Okay, hey, hey, hey. I mean, we are facing Newcastle after Manchester City.
Yeah, yeah.
Tough,
So
tough, man. Yeah, but we are ready. We are ready. We are
yeah,
ready.
I think like, look, getting these 5 games, getting them out of the way. If we win all these 5 games, um, look, if we don't lose any of these 5 games, I'm telling you, like everything else will be mandatory. Everything else will be should be wins after that. So let's just see what happens. After all these 5 games are the big games in the Premier League that you don't want to play. You think, oh, we're playing them all at once. It's really, really going to be tough. But we just have to just keep on going.
I think you're spot on that. I think on that first 10 games, I know we're gonna drop some points, at least a draw, but we should not lose. We should not lose a game on that first 10 games, at least.
But you
You
say
know,
that, but you say that, but we're playing Liverpool. We're playing
yeah, yeah.
Liverpool. We're playing Man City. Newcastle has always been a bogey team. So, like, Nottingham Forest, yeah, we usually beat them anyway, yeah. But like Man City, Liverpool, Newcastle, we could lose these games. Like, okay, after we play Newcastle, which is September the 28th, then we've got like West Ham, Fulham, Crystal Palace, which all these games we should win from there. Like even from November we should win all our games. Okay, in November I think we've got like Tottenham and we've got Chelsea, which is going to be
Oh,
Tottenham and Chelsea, like two London derbies.
wow.
Yeah, so which that would definitely be difficult. So yeah, so
One game
yeah,
at a time. Yeah, one game at a
yeah,
time.
I know.
Yeah.
When you just when you look at all the games, you're thinking, oh wow, this some games are going to be tough. Yeah, but we'll be all right. We'll be all right anyway.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think one game at a time. We go slow and steady, and then we make an assessment. But yeah, it all depends upon how Arteta drills his squad, how Arteta prepares his squad, and it depends upon the mentality at the end of the day. That's what Klopp, Pep, Mourinho used to do with their players. Drill
Yeah,
their squad, prepare them mentally. I mean, they can develop their physicality here and there and train, but it's all here. It's all here. It's all
yeah,
here.
100%, 100%, 100%.
So yeah, with that, it comes to the end of the show. It's literally two. It's gonna be 2:30 in the morning here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this
Yeah,
up and go to bed.
it's time. It's time to go. Yeah,
It's time to go. It's time to go because I have to wake up a little bit early. I have a church work and then here and there in the morning. So yeah,
yeah,
it's gonna be a big show in the Sunday actually. It's Sunday here actually. Big there in
oh
England
yeah,
will be Saturday night at the moment 10:30,
yeah, yeah. Saturday
9:30.
night. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
10 to 10.
That's the difference. That's the difference. So yeah, anyway, man, brother Richard, thank you so much for joining this stream once again. It's
No
been a
problem.
pleasure. It's good to talk with you and with the lads. I think it will be good if Gunnar Motley and the likes can join, but his father is a father here and there, a new father. I think it's a bit difficult for him at the moment to jump this stream, but yeah,
Yeah,
we will have collaboration later on, slow and steadily, and then yeah, we will have
no,
3, 4 talk about.
no
So yeah,
problem, no problem. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
yes, yes. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and then yeah, and If you're new to it, please hit the subscribe. I've already reached 400 subscriber, so yeah, pick up to all of you, pick up to all the new subscriber, and then keep on smashing those likes. It helps me a lot. You know.
Of course.
Yeah. Anyway, man, with the bombshell, we will have to depart. Yeah. Have a very good night and blessed hour ahead. God bless you all, man.
No problem. Big up.
Big up, Mustang. Pick up to all of you in the chat. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right. I'll be leaving, guys. Yes. Good night.